Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday conversations. Today is going to be a very special one. It's a little bit of an experiment because our special guest is on the move. आज के हमारे जो guest हैं, Parashuram ji, he's actually in London right now on the streets doing food for all. So, welcome to our conversation today about food for all with Parashuram Das. He is a living legend. For anyone who knows him, he's just an absolute inspiration. He has been feeding pretty much all of England, at least, and beyond, all of the UK, and he's gone to many countries actually, doing this service of giving love of God in the form of food and anything else that he can. He's been doing this charity work for about 40 years. The setup of giving food in charity in the form of prasad, almost it's an offering of love, and you can see that he himself does the work every single day. So right now, as we speak, he is in London with a good friend of mine, Ramani, who's going to help me film this today with him, because to get Parashuram Prabhu to sit and have a conversation is a rarity, because he is so busy doing this service. So without further ado, he was obviously born in Ireland into a Catholic family, and he joined the Hare Krishna movement some 40 odd years ago, longer than that now. And we're going to find out about his story. But first, when we first bring him on, he's going to show us charity in action, food for all in action, giving prasad out on the streets of London. So I hope you're just as excited as I am. I'm so excited to bring Parashuram. Please welcome him. Welcome Parashuram Prabhu, a living legend, by just the dint of his absolute big heart and love. So welcome Parashuram Prabhu.
Hello.
Hare Krishna. Oh, look at him. He's just always full of life, full of love. And I've known him for a very long time. I remember you from Padayatra in Vrindavan, where you come every single year. Parashuram Prabhu has been going to India, doing Brajamandala parikrama Padayatra for at least 35 years. Yeah. And so seeing you just brings back so many memories. What was that?
We're going to India to do Brajamandala parikrama, but this is the first time we didn't make it. But
oh yes,
we sent a small team over who are doing the prasad in Vrindavan right now. And I know Kishori when she's a small girl.
Yeah, you and Mother Moksha have looked after us, and as a second parent, so much love, always bringing us.
We're family.
Yes, family. So this is the first year you're saying you've missed the Padayatra, the Brajamandala parikrama, where you would go around by foot with a bullock cart. For anyone who doesn't know, you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the Brajamandala is visiting all of Krishna's holy places: Nandagram, Varshana, Tulsi, Gokul.
Yes.
All these wonderful places. And rather than just going as a pilgrim, we go and we serve people. We just do lots of prasadam and lots of books, and we do festivals in the evening. One thing about Vrindavan actually is that it gets dark at 6 o'clock in the evening, and many places have no electricity. So if I turn up at 5:30, collect all the people, and we have a program, and then they'll all come.
Sorry, maybe we do put on the earplugs, Ramani, because the sound isn't so great. Maybe if he speaks into the earphones, because I can hear you, but not loud enough. Sorry.
Yeah, headphones.
Yeah, put them on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because I can't hear you very clearly. Thank you.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
much better. So you were saying that there's no electricity, and so you get together.
Yeah, no,
Sorry to put
Ramani's
you
teaching
through
me
this,
how to put a
Para.
head. Thanks, Ramani.
Sorry.
Yeah. I think I
Real
can.
rock and roll look there.
Yeah, no, okay. So, yeah, so India is naturally people love traveling by going on pilgrimage. It's too funny, my ear.
Oh, it's okay. You can take one out.
Yeah, no, the one's out. That's fine.
That's fine.
You will listen to that one. We're too close now.
Okay. Right.
This is,
So,
Ramani. We're not so professional here, are we?
it's
But
all
actually,
good.
Ramani was actually just an hour ago. Ramani was on the German television because we were in a place called Wembley, and we were distributing 1,400 meals. And the
Wow.
queue was 1 mile long queue of people
Wow.
coming
Oh,
for prasadam.
I wish we had gone live then. Wow.
And then Ramani spoke on German television. The Germans are coming to see what we're up to over here.
I would love to see that. Please send me the
Yeah,
link later.
so we started this morning at 3 a.m. Cooking, and we made a big feast, and we made pakoras, sabji, rice, cakes, all kinds of goodies, and we so we usually do about 5,000 meals, and the meals are going to people in food banks and different communities, and also different people from different religions. We've got the Muslims, the Christians, Jews.
Yes. Yes.
So prasad is
It's
universal.
absolutely incredible. It's incredible. So I just want to repeat that for anyone who missed it. You started at 3 a.m. making food, pakoras, halwa, sabji, and you're giving it out to 50. You've already done 1,500, and you're now at the next location.
Oh no! We're near the end now. We've already we usually do, by now it's about 5,000 meals gone out.
Oh, you finished 5,000 meals.
Yeah. This is our last stop. We're in actually right now. We're in a place called King's Cross. Oddly enough, actually, behind this wall. Let's get the camera across. So this is in King's Cross. We have the van across the road, and the homeless people queue up at the van. We've been here since 1988 on the same location, and this is a place where the bus. This is a place where the buses pull in, but because I've been there so long, I'm actually allowed to be parked in with the buses. So the only person. Actually, it's the only person in the whole of London that's allowed to park on a bus lane. And oddly enough, behind this wall, a bit mundane, but you probably a lot of you have heard of Harry Potter. So directly behind that wall is that platform 9 3/4.
9 3/4.
And all the people queue up to push the trolley into the wall.
Wow. So you're the one who. Yeah.
This place also is especially a while back, it's the red light area where all the prostitutes and the drugs and all the things were happening. Not so much now, but in the evening it's a different fish. And but these girls are lovely girls, and they've all missing their teeth from taking drugs and stuff. So all this was happening here. Oddly enough, there was one friend of mine. He left his wife and he got involved in drugs. And he was living just here and a few doors down. And his parents didn't speak to him for 7 years. And he'd made his money by robbing people. He went off with a girl. She'd invite him in. He would come with a baseball bat, steal her money. They wouldn't report it to police because, it's not what you do. And then, but he joined my team and cleaned himself up straight away. So now he's got a full-time job looking after homeless people. So his parents give me money every year, and rightly so.
Oh my God, Para, that is the most amazing story. And I know that you have so many. I know you have so many of those stories. You're constantly helping people and miracles happening.
We got 12 people into living accommodation in the last 10 days. people, because today is a beautiful day, but last week was freezing, was snowing,
Yep.
and
Horrible.
people were sleeping outside,
Krishna.
and so we help people, get accommodation, help people with their drug problems and all these different things, as well as giving out lots of prashadam. So
Wow.
the whole project, we're not paying anybody. At 7 o'clock in the morning, there's about 30 volunteers will come, and all the meals have to be put into small boxes with the label on them, ingredients, and all these people come out of love.
Yes.
Actually, you could say they're amateurs, because the word amateur is coming from the word amour, the
Amor.
French word for love. So all these people are doing it out of love.
Out of love.
And so when people do things out of love, it goes a long way.
Wow.
And actually there's another French word, is companion. And that actually means people who you share bread with.
Yes.
Pan means bread. So a companion is someone that you say you break bread with.
Wow.
So these are my companions, and they're all amateurs.
I love it. There's just lots of food and lots of love. And that's how we're gonna go back home, back to Godhead.
Should we go for a walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Okay.
We're heading down.
All right.
There's a famous street called York Way, and we're gonna walk backwards. Are we? Have you seen the van? Get a little look at the van. At the back,
Yeah.
the guys are collecting some bread. The supermarkets give me bread and cakes and fruits and things. So the guys in the back of the van, they're collecting some bread, and that's for bring home to people. And so just down to, we have in this area about 5 different food hubs. Food hub is like a place where people can go to get not just a hot meal, but they can get groceries, tin cans, bread, all the different things. So in the area, hotels who have not been doing business, they give us their hotel to turn into a food bank.
Wow.
So we got one place called St. Giles Hotel. And actually, St. Giles, he's the patron saint for lepers.
Hare Krishna.
So, and actually, by where we are at St. Giles, what would happen is right where our kitchen is in Holborn, there's a prison there, and people would be, they used to execute people not so long ago, and they would give them a drink of alcohol, the last drink before they would execute them, and then they would be buried in St. Giles in the yard.
Krishna.
So to be executed outside the hotel and buried there. So that's where we're doing the prasad from.
I love it. I love it. You just go.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a walk.
Somehow you manifest so much love in all these places of absolute need. It's truly, truly miraculous. So Para,
Yeah.
tell us how. How did you become from a Catholic? How did you become a Hindu monk?
How?
Why? What possessed you?
Well, I was always looking for the answers. I wasn't satisfied. Actually, I tried 4 times with my friends. They went out, they were saying, no, you have to come with us. We're going out drinking. We're going to a party. And I went out 4 times with them. And by the 4th time, I said, I can't go through with this.
Wow.
My friends, we would be telling girls, they go drinking first, and they'd be telling girls, oh, my father, he owns a tobacco ranch in Texas. And now this is a guy who's never even been to Dublin. And he's telling the girls he plays guitar in a famous rock band on the west coast of America. And I say, like, I can't go through it all, telling girls all these lies.
With this whole head game, lying and pretending.
Yeah, it was kind of awful. So my brother said to me one day, he said to me, you gotta study at school. You don't want to be like the guys. Because my brother, he had a good job. He was working in an office. And he said, you don't want to be like the guys who hanging out hanging out uptown. And I said, oh my God, I could end up like them. That'd be terrible. And then I thought, but also I don't want to end up like you either. Just, clocking in at 9 o'clock in the morning, clocking out at 5, doing something that has very little meaning. Because life, you got one life at this point in time, and what are you going to do with it? And actually, when my first job, then I worked in a Tesco in the bakery, and I was going in at 5 in the morning. It was winter time. I'd leave at 4 in the afternoon, and I hadn't seen daylight.
Oh,
the whole day had passed. No. So then I got a job. I thought, let me do something more interesting. I got a job in a printing place. When I went to shake hands with the guy, he was missing all his fingers, from a machine called a guillotine.
Oh.
And then, so the job, I thought, well, this is going to be interesting, printing. But the job was what's called collating. So you take page 2, add it to page 4, to page 6, to page 8, and then staple it. And then after 3 days of doing this, when I closed my eyes, all I saw was the green book. So then I thought, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to do what I want to do. So I started doing charity work, and I thought that was bring some happiness. But then most of the social workers are only a few steps ahead of the people they were looking after. So I thought I need a spiritual foundation. Otherwise, how can you if you want to be a lifeguard, you really should learn how to swim. So that's how it helps to be able to swim. So that's how we started off like that.
Wow.
Actually, funny enough, we're just coming up to one building, and it's the Guardian newspaper. And I was doing an interview with them the other day, and they're asking me about different things I do. I said, can you just go over to the window and look over to the left? My van is there. So I said, we're so close. So we're just, yeah, there's a Guardian paper.
Right.
And so in there, these guys, they actually just go look back into the Guardian shop again. So there's an art exhibition here, and the artist made all the sculptures out of tin cans of chickpeas and tin cans of tomatoes. Huge big sculpture. And then because I'm just down the road, they said, can you come now take all the art? And I turned that art into subji. Chickpea and tomato subji. So Ramani. So then across, there's all the businesses in the area help us out. Just down the road, there's a company that make muesli, like oats and nuts and raisins, organic. So they've decided to give me as much as I ever need of these goods to give away to people, as much as I want. And they gave me also a room there in their building where I can store all my stuff. So that's one of my food banks, so people can come and collect food. So this is all just in the one little area here.
That's incredible.
And so people, actually, one wonderful thing about the pandemic. Now, there's not many wonderful things about the pandemic, but there is one. It's brought out the love in so many people.
Yes.
People who had jobs, who were not interested in sharing, helping anybody. Now they're lining up to use their talents to help people who are struggling. I'll give you an example. The person who manages all my volunteers, he was running an alcohol business, and he got, lockdown came, but lockdown came, so he used his same skills to organize all the volunteers. So on different days, like, we don't get too many volunteers. We get, he divides it all up, and gets all the different people coming. So it's
Right.
a very, just using his skills. What he was doing before, he's using that same talent, but to
Right.
organize the people. So then we
Wow.
have like all different drivers, taxi drivers showing up, collecting the meals. Whoop, squirrel, collecting the meals. Then we have like couriers who don't have work coming and
Wow.
they're coming and you know, bringing their taxi, loading up the food into their taxi, driving it out. All different people with different skills are coming forward and
And
doing
these are
stuff that,
all volunteers.
yeah,
No one's getting paid.
no, we don't even, not even travel money even. And they bring stuff to us. They come, they bring, you know, they collect food for us. They collect,
Wow.
you know, whatever we need.
It's so
One guy recently, because we give all the food is for free, so we spend £1,000 a day on the whole operation because it's all over the UK as well, different cities.
Yes.
And then
How many cities?
probably about 15 at the moment.
15
And
cities in the UK.
yeah, we're distributing for Shannon. Yeah. So
Is that a 5,000 plates total for UK?
yeah, it's 5,000 total.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now what we have here is it's one of my food hubs. If you turn around, this is can you see there's a Viking ship behind me?
Yes. Yay! We're at Para's Viking ship.
So the Viking ship is one of the food hubs. Now, in history, the Vikings were they were not known for their generosity. they're not they're not famous for being polite fellows.
No.
But we have our Viking ship, and then people come at 12 o'clock. They collect their meals, get their food, and we have the volunteers. They hand out bags of stuff. So here we are. This is our Viking ship.
I love it.
No,
So I know for a fact that regularly you go down the canal or
yeah,
river wherever you are. I can't tell.
yeah.
But
This is
and you do
this is a
kirtan.
canal, and then
Okay.
we can go down the. It takes one day. We're in the Thames, and we can go up and down the Thames, and we all sing and dance and
Sing and
chant.
dance and give out food.
Yeah, on the boat.
That's why you're called Party Para by Ramani.
That's Ramani called me Party Para because Lord
you're always
Chaitanya's movement.
smiling. You're always happy, Para.
See, we didn't join a religion. We joined Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan party. So there's always a party because in the spiritual world there's always a party, and Krishna is always sharing his food in the spiritual world with his friends. Krishna is never sitting alone, or he's never sitting just eating by himself, but he's always having a party. And that's what we want, one big party, because that's what people are needing in this world. They need some love. They need some association of people who want to share, want to give. And that's what we need in this world. And it's a wonderful
amazing.
thing.
But you're go ahead.
Yeah, this morning there was about in the kitchen probably about maybe 16 people showed up, and they showed up. Well, not 3 in the morning. By about 6:30, Ramani came around. 6:30. Ramani got out of bed at 6:30.
Well done, Ramani.
Well done, Ramani. And she was there loading up the food into little boxes and giving it out. You know, collecting all the food, loading up, off to Wembley, dropping off food. Then we went to Euston Food Bank. Then we went to Kensington, and all the people are queuing up and they get their meals.
Is this every day, Para?
Well, not Sunday, but 6 days a week.
6 days a week. You wake up at 3 in, and then you just
maybe 4. I have a lie-in. So you can see we have a nice boat. On the top here we have all the chanting party chants. This is actually a lifeboat. This is from the North Sea oil rig, and every every number of years they have to change their boats. So the engine is completely new. And this we were just before lockdown. We were planning to go to Amsterdam, in the boat, and but lockdown came just as we were about to go. We were going to go for King's Day, for the King's birthday.
So in this boat, all the way. So Para, I know you like to be on the move, because I heard you walked all the way from
Belfast to Moscow.
Belfast to Moscow.
Yeah. It was to celebrate. We traveled by ox cart. Actually, to be honest, I was kind of sitting on the cart, driving the oxen. I didn't actually do much walking. But we
ox cart from Belfast to Moscow, and it took you. It took you how long to do that?
6 years. 6 years. But we didn't go straight. Oh gosh. Here's one of my friends. This is a chap called Sonny.
Hi, Sonny.
Sonny runs a charity called Edible London.
Edible London. Hi.
Yeah, he's director of Edible London. And Edible London, they collect all the food from different places and they distribute it out to the people, to the charities.
He's a legend. Yes, we know. That's what he just said. You're a legend.
We're finding like-minded people who want to make a difference in the world. And that's the beauty of the pandemic. It's brought us all together to do something that's worthwhile. Something
you've been
doing
heart. This since '88, Para. You're the magnet. You're the glue. With your love and your dedication, you just suck people in, because that's what love does. Love attracts people. Service attracts people.
No, we see. We want to give something. People want some fun in life, because spiritual life. It's in Sanskrit. It's described sukham kartam avayam. It is joyfully performed. It's enjoyable.
Yes.
Actually, when Prabhupada met Moksha Lakshmi in one time in Bombay on the stairs, and he asked her, "So you're chanting Hare Krishna?" And she said, "Yes, Srila Prabhupada." "So you're happy?" And she said, "Yes, Srila Prabhupada." So we all want people to be happy.
Yes.
That's what the Prabhupada wants us to be happy, and happiness is coming from within. It's not coming from external things, particularly drugs or alcohol or all that business, but it's coming from the happiness within.
Yes.
So that's what.
But you already had tapped into this when you were young, and you had not even met the Hare Krishnas, because you said you started charity.
Yeah. See, that's because it's by nature. I guarantee it's by nature. All these people walking on the. Actually, if you look down there, it's all these people walking because there's nowhere else to go. They're trying to get a bit of exercise. There's no pubs. There's no clubs. There's no shops. There's no.
For anyone listening, England is on a full lockdown. We're still not allowed.
There's. You can't go on holiday. Holiday is illegal. To sit have a party with a few people, it's illegal. But we're essential services, so we're allowed to be out and about.
Yes.
But you can see all these people are walking. That's because they're trying to get a little exercise. But all these people by nature want to do something good. By nature, by nature, people feel happy when they're doing something that's selfless.
Yes.
People. Have you ever met a happy Scrooge? A happy miserly person. They're never happy. Like actually, I was in the van.
Go ahead.
I was in the van the other day, and we were just leaving, and one man came up, and we just finished the food, and one homeless guy said, "Oh, you can have my takeaway." He made a takeaway. Here. So the guy, he shared his food, even though he didn't have nothing. He was homeless. He shared his last piece of food with the other guy. So by nature, people want to be happy. It's described. Jiva Sarupa Hoya Krishna Nityadras, that we're eternally pleasure-seeking and we're eternally servants of the Lord.
And
So
servants
it's
of
our
each other.
it's yeah,
Yes.
and servant of the Lord means servants of each other as well, because the Lord's never alone, and it's our duty to give our brother or sister a helping hand.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
actually where real happiness comes from.
I heard recently that the serotonin, our brain has those happy hormones. It has happy hormones. And serotonin is specifically produced when you do something for someone else.
Yeah.
That's why, like, whenever I see you, Para, you're always blissed out. Like, you're on another level. You're like,
no, we're having fun.
You're riding above everyone else because you're constantly giving to so many people. So your brain must be like, I would love to like analyze your brain and how much serotonin there must be.
No, my brain's not too much going on, to be honest.
You're
don't
so happy.
No, but see, I don't decide in the morning, every morning, what should I do today. I've made up my mind what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up and cook for everybody. Like on a Saturday night, I don't decide what we're going to do today. No, I go chanting with devotees on the West End. And then in Kartik, what do? No, we get in a bullock cart and we go out and meet the people, the bridge bassies, the people of the So we decide. I've done all the decision making a while ago when I was a teenager. When we tried the Hare Krishnas as a teenager, that was enough. The decisions we made. So now just to get on with it.
Wow.
And we're having fun. We're meeting the best of people, and we're having a great time.
I asked you a few days ago, I was like, so what do you do when things, you're organizing this big, huge mission. You've got so many volunteers and so many things happening. How do you deal with them? What do you do when things go wrong?
Well, nothing actually ever goes wrong. Everything goes fine. Every day the meals have never not gone out. We never missed a day. But all the guys just come forward and help out. And get
Sorry, if somebody can turn back the other way, then the wind won't come. There's a bit of wind.
Wind, yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Well, okay. So the no, there's not much difficulty because it's a simple gig. We cook and we give out. But there is a magical part of that, because every day the food comes back in and the money that we need to continue comes back in. So it makes, materially speaking, it makes no sense that you give everything away and the next day it all comes back.
It's amazing.
How does that work?
It's magic. It's magic. This is I had to really, really analyze, how is it that you are just attracting so much abundance into your life? It's not like to me it seems like it's because you don't care about the money. You're not doing it for the money, which is why you're serving Narayana, and therefore Lakshmi is always following you.
Well, see, we work in the City of London, and in the City of London, the people are so poor that all they have is money, and that's that's the banking capital of the world. Our nearest neighbor is Goldman Sachs, who are the biggest American banker. So the money's not bringing happiness. That's where, as you say, Lakshmi must be with Narayan.
Yes. She serves. The point of money is to serve Narayan, and you're doing that. So therefore, Lakshmi ji is bound. You will never. This is a trick for abundance. You can see that people who don't care for money for themselves, the money will automatically come, because we can see. Ramani always tells me, Para's always wearing tattered clothes. He has no time to care about his clothes
she's bought me a few jumpers.
She cares about being presentable. But also I found it so amazing that when I was talking to you the other day, you said, I'm outside of a co-op because I'm using their internet.
Yeah, there was actually.
Clearly you don't have internet on your phone.
No, I sit outside I've got a little Nokia phone, a little Nokia phone, and we want to save our money as well. Now, because sure we've been given money, but we save our money. You know, we don't want to waste our money, and so we. But also, when we spend our money, like, what are the chances that during this lockdown, this lady came forward saying, "Oh, I want to help." I said, "What can you do?" I said, "Well, maybe I'll help you with fundraising." So she turns out that she was working in the bank and she knows how to fundraise. So we spend the money and our friend raises the money. And it's like, how did she ever appear like that? But she appeared because we were spending the money, you know. And today even we spent over £1,000. But
it comes back.
It came back, yeah.
Because
No
you're not wasting it. You must respect Dhanam. You must respect Lakshmi ji and not just spend it on yourself. If you're constantly just self-serving with the money, then you're gonna run out. But when you're spending it on everyone else.
What happened? There's one wealthy person who approached me recently, and he was in our kitchen. And in our kitchen there was a couple of fancy cars, Porsches. And he said to me, "Is this your Porsche?" And I said to him, "Ramesh bhai, you're talking to a man with one pair of shoes." And he wrote me a check for 14 grand. So I'm wearing these shoes have brought 14 grand to me. One pair of shoes.
Right. I want to know whose Porsches were they?
And also he was in the van with me, this man, and he said to me, "Why is there's a thing called a farding. A farding is a quarter of a penny." And now Prabhupada used to use the word farding. When George Harrison donated money to pay for the Krishna book, Prabhupada said, "We will not waste a single farding."
Wow.
Now, a farding, when I was a child, there was 240 pennies in a pound. And like, you had these things called threepenny bits and half crowns, and it's quite complicated, the money. So a farding was half of a penny, and Prabhupada didn't want us to waste half of a penny. And in that currency back then, it's the same as 1/8 of a penny. So Prabhupada didn't want us to waste 1/8 of a penny. So I glue a farding to my steering wheel to remind me that we should not waste the farding.
That's just the most beautiful thing that I've ever heard. So lesson learned, and I can see that in your life. And I heard you tell me that you have also gotten an inheritance recently.
Yes. Actually, Ramani was there one time. We went to a thing called a festival called a Trip to Tip, and she met my mother. And my mother, well, she left her body. She passed away about maybe 3 months ago, and so she was very happy with me, you know, what I do and all that. And actually, even my brother said to me recently, he said, "Look, I made a will. I've left you everything in my will." And I said, "Well, who's dying first, you or me?" But anyway, my mother left me quite a bit of money, and for 80,000 pounds. But we'll that's a lot of rice and sabji. So that's where I find my happiness. A sports car is not going to do it for me, but a van load of rice and sabji will be very nice. Thanks.
Oh,
and now my sister got also the money, and what she done with it, the temple needed a new roof in the temple, and she took the 80 grand and said, "That's for the new roof." Right? She kept nothing for herself. And then what happened was, because in her own little house, it's quite run down. It needs a roof there. And all of a sudden, there was a couple of devotees coming forward. "Oh, we're going to get you a roof for your house." See? So now, if you had kept that money for yourself, "Oh, I'm going to fix up my house. I'm going to spend it here, there. But when you surrender to Krishna like that, then other people come forward. So there's never been a time in history that somebody's been the loser by giving.
Exactly.
If you give, I mean, where are you going to be? Where are you going to be the loser? So what's the difficulty? We just give it, and we're having a blast. We're having a great time.
Wow.
So that's the fun of it.
Krishna. I remember the one time you came to our house, and for Shyam's, my nephew's birthday party.
Yeah.
And all you did was magic tricks and play that little uke. Is that a uke?
Yes. Okay. Here's a funny story. About the uke. See, there's many of my friends who are, rock musicians or people who would like to be a rock musician. And so one day, a friend of mine says to me, he says, "Look, I'm doing a big concert. Do you want to play support?" And that's like, well, play support for a big concert. I said, "I don't have a band." you need a band before you can play a concert. So he said, "I'll get something together." So we had one rehearsal with my friends, and we played the concert. It was mostly chanting Hare Krishna. That's all it was. But the crowd loved it. I had one guy who was an Irish dancer, professional Irish dancer, and he leapt in, had the saxophone going, had everything going, and the people loved it. And this is from one rehearsal. So the next thing he got us to record in Abbey Road studio, which is the biggest studio. It's where the Beatles recorded everything.
Yes.
So from one rehearsal, one bit of a concert, now we're in Abbey Road. So we recorded the mantra in Abbey Road, and when I was going into Abbey Road, because I'm not really much of a musician, so I tip-X the 4 notes on the ukulele. That's a G, a D, an E minor, and a C. so I'm in there, and they said to me, "Are you ready?" And I had to go, "Oh yeah, I'm ready." So we played, and then now it took nearly a year to make the video because it's an animation. So that's getting released now.
Oh, I cannot wait.
So the funds from that will go help the charity. So
of course.
So you're never the loser, even from material things. Like a lot of my friends now who help me out are the old rock and rollers. So they help, with their friends. They help out, So the old rock and rollers give us a hand. We get to meet these guys, and we're friends, and they use their musical
because they've
talents.
never met anyone like you, Para. They've never even imagined that someone could exist like you.
All you guys are amazing. You're from an amazing family.
Honestly.
Your mother is amazing. Your mother's very amazing.
My mother's, my mother and you seem to be like a similar species.
That's very
a very rare.
No, your mother is there. Your mother is distributing books, having fun.
Krishna.
We're enjoying life. We're enjoying life. These are secrets, that they're open secrets, And actually, I think that people in general understand these secrets. That materialism doesn't do it, and that there's something eternal within us all, and that's worth searching for. That's worth putting the energy in.
Right. You want to tell us a little bit about all the festivals that you go to, like Glastonbury, and I know that you've been doing that for so many years.
We do Glastonbury. That's a big music festival, and again we distribute the meals there. We do Stonehenge, the summer solstice, and then one nice festival that we do a tour of Scandinavia every year. And last year, all the what we call the Guru Coolies, the young guys, they had 50 of them came. A lot of them came from America, and we were all camping out. In the daytime, we'd have a festival, a Rath Yatra, And then we camp out in the forest by the lakes and the rivers, go swimming, play games, make chapatis and baked potatoes on the fire. And basically, I just tell everybody, even my kids, when they're growing up, I used to tell them we're going on holiday, which really was Padayatra. But it was a holiday. We go on holidays. So all these festivals are our holidays. And so we do 36 Rathayatras a year. And these are our holidays, our festivals, our fun.
I don't even want to ask how you get the energy because it's so evident. It's so evident. Like you're 60. For anyone who doesn't know, you just turned 61.
Well, no, 59 something.
Okay. 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 So how do you do this? Wake up at 3 every morning, go to 35 Rath Yatras and who knows how many festivals. And
this is our holidays. We don't work.
I feel like
holidays.
You have a few forms. There's like you have like many incarnations. Maybe you're hiding.
Oh, no, we're just party guys. Ramani calls me party para because we just do parties. It's all one party. It's a Sankirtan party of Lord Chaitanya. I never joined a religion. I joined a party.
Yes, I believe you, Para.
And in a party, because in the spiritual world, it's only parties. In Krishna doesn't walk around; he dances. He doesn't go out to restaurants or buy stuff. He goes out and picnics with his friends. They're only partying. They're not actually doing any. They're not actually working. If he's going out with the cows, that's not work. It's partying. It goes out with the calves and the cows.
Can everyone live like this? Why do you think people don't live like this?
Because they just haven't got a higher taste. They haven't had a chance. It's our duty to put out these festivals so people can get a chance to find some real happiness. But I can see every day now. Like I have, from one of our hotels, one of the new guys been helping out. He says, "Hey, we got a chance now to open up a new food bank in a place called it's Waterloo Station, and it's famous actually. There's a song called Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks, and actually Ray Davis, he's a singer. His daughter helped me out." And actually Ray Davis, he was married to Chrissy Hind, who actually is one of our main funders. She's in a band called the Pretenders. So we're going to call this Waterloo Sunset.
For anyone who doesn't know, Para is very famous with the celebrities. He's famous amongst the celebrities.
because a lot of the rock stars, they're not shallow people. They're inquisitive. They're artists. They're looking into the higher dimensions in life. They're trying to find something with real substance. That's why they're artists. They're searchers. So these people, Krishna consciousness is the real art. Coming in touch with the soul. The soul is giving.
Wow.
Should we start walking backwards? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Did you want to? Were we supposed to do something here, Para? Did you want to go inside the boat? Or are you okay?
No, the boat's fine.
Okay. Thank you for showing us your amazing Viking boat. And next time you go down the boat with the Harinam team giving out prasad, we'd love to join you.
Yeah, we did. We went recently because of the lockdown. You weren't allowed to go on Harinam on the streets. So we went down the Thames, down by the House of Parliament, by Buckingham Palace, everywhere on the boat. It was real fun. We go because it doesn't cost a penny. You just get it in the boat and just drive off now and have a big party.
It's amazing. It's amazing how you find the ways.
Yeah, because when it came, that was World Sankirtan Week. And we were thinking, well, what are we going to do now? Everything's locked down. But we all jumped on the boat and took to the Thames River.
So we're almost been talking for an hour, and I know you've been walking around. You must be exhausted. You've been up since 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Have you even eaten, Para?
We did. Okay. We did. We managed
so we'll just take just as parting words for anyone who would like to either join you or how to actually um, do to be inspired to do this in their own life. How can we join you first off?
Well, if you people can contact me by email. We have a website as well, but it's foodforalluk@gmail.com. That's our email address, and then it's and our website is foodforall.com.
Okay, so
us.
people can get involved. They can learn this art of giving,
Yeah.
arts of loving, arts of abundance into our life. We get in giving, receive.
So the last parting words has to be Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Haribo.
Honestly, I know how difficult this was for you, Para, because you don't like to have things all clinical, like you were saying, and to to share this with us. I'm totally indebted, and we seek your blessings, Para. Please, for everyone that's listening, if you can please pray for us, Parashuram Prabhu. Give us your blessings so that we can also imbibe this mood of service and surrender so that we can truly be happy, because that's, like you said, that's what we're looking for. But only through the blessings of devotees, only through your blessings can
no. See, one thing is there, blessings are available for anybody. Just goes out and does it. You don't have to think too much. Just cook some prasadam and go out and feed your neighbor. Just make something nice and feed some poor guy in the street or a neighbor or anybody. And it's as simple as that. And then you find if that works for you, then cook for 2 neighbors. And if you find that's fun, then cook for more neighbors. And it just goes like that. Your mother was always cooking for devotees.
She is. So I really, really resonate with that. There's nothing more of an expression of your heart than cooking for someone with your hands and offering that. So it just goes to show how big your heart is, Para. It can fit in the whole world.
Let me tell you one last story. There was a lady yesterday. No, a man yesterday. He'd broken his hip and he couldn't come down the stairs. So what we do is he drops a rope down and we tie a basket of prasadam onto the rope and he pulls it back up. This was just yesterday. This is one of our new clients. This is how we
where there's a will, you will find a way. That's spiritual ambition that we can serve in any way, in any condition. We'll find a way to serve.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. It's my dream to come and join you with all my kids one day, Para. So praying that, we
can go for a boat ride when the summer comes.
Yes.
It's lockdown.
Yes. And we'll share it with all of you viewers. So if anyone feels inspired, please look up Food for All UK, especially if you're in the UK. Please go and volunteer if you can. Find Para so that we can really, give ourselves so that we can receive. Right?
Thanks, Kishori.
Pray for us, Para. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Haribo. Oh, we never showed Ramani, have we?
Yeah, show us your beautiful face, Ramani.
Just turn around. Let's see Ramani. She was famous today. She was doing she's all over German TV today with the prasadam.
I'm gonna watch that after this. There you are! Yay! This is my beautiful friend Ramani. Missing you. Thank you for holding the camera for the last hour.
Haribo, Kishori.
Thank you for so patiently holding the camera so that we can have this beautiful conversation.
Oh no, it's been my pleasure.
What time did you wake up to make it to Para and give out? What was your experience today speaking to the Germans? What was the day like?
It's just a normal party Para kind of day. You get up at 5. I'm a bit slow to take a shower and all that, so I have to take that into account. So I got up at 5. I made it to the water kitchen at 6:30. I was very punctual. I didn't want to let down party Para. And then cooking, boxing up the prasadam, putting labels on it, and doing lots of grocery shopping, but in the bulk because Para never buys prasadam in small bits.
No. Wow.
Like boxes and boxes of prasadam, loading up the van with the cooked prasadam and also all the goodies that he goes and gives out to the homeless people, the destitute. He has like
wonderful
people who are like terminally ill, drug addicts, people that nobody would help otherwise. He's always there, like, and they rely on him. They know that he's always going to be there at a certain time with the prasadam ready to feed them.
What an amazing feeling to be able to trust and have faith in someone like that. Just even hearing about such a person feels so uplifting. So I can imagine how these people feel to know that Para's there for us. He will. Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
what did you say in German? I want to know what you said to the Germans.
Well, in the end, they ended up interviewing me in English, so I was like, okay, but they just wanted to know about Food for All and what is my role in Food for All and why I like participating in Para's charity. So I just told them he's one of my best friends and he's so much fun to be around. He's selfless and he does all this service like truly joyfully, like. All it takes is for me to say, "Party Para, we're going partying today," and he starts laughing like, but
it truly is a party with him. It's wonderful.
Yeah. So
I remember last time you were like, "Oh, I spend one day with Para, and then I need 2 days to recover."
Yeah, no, he's pretty full on. Like, I don't know how he does it.
How do you like? I asked him that, and he's like, "Oh, it's just so easy."
No, it's not.
He's truly an avaduta, transcendental person where he's just floating above the modes. Nothing, there's no weight that can hold him down. It's like when you're so surrendered, when you're just so selfless, like Krishna is just pulling the strings. You don't really have any weight on your heart and chest. So, wow. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, we're thankful. We're all very happy to be having this interview with you and doing it live. It feels more exciting, more real too.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again when he does his next big thing. This should be a regular. We should have a regular session with Para.
Yes, I agree.
Is that okay, Para?
She's asking.
Festival.
She wants to do more interviews.
The next festival we do, we can go live and share it with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always here. Ramani's always here. She's our camera woman and our technician. I'm still on a Nokia phone.
Oh, thank you so much. And to everyone watching, please do share this video if you felt at all inspired, because I honestly, this is the best interview I've ever done in my life. It's just so wonderful to be able to even get a glimpse into this world. It's so rare to come into in connection with this kind of a reality. Thank you for sharing the magic, Para. See you, Ravi. Hare Krishna. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Bye.